Hey guys, and welcome to our Fire Escape, our channel charting our course to financial freedom. And can I just add, wow. We thought we'd do an emergency video as our cryptocurrency portfolio has been going absolutely nuts these past few days. To put it in perspective, the value of our crypto holdings in our January net worth update video that we've just released was $290,000. As of 3:45 p.m. on the 11th of February, it currently sits at $870,000. So what I thought I'd do was give a little bit of background into our portfolio, when we started, and our crypto journey so far. I dug into some old screenshots that I was keeping and my old tracker spreadsheet that I've actually been keeping since January 2018. So I was initially introduced to crypto and Bitcoin around that time, January 2018, by a workmate. I'd never even heard of it before then. And his portfolio at that time, it was back in the previous bull run, was going up quite nicely, I remember. And everyone was excited, wanting to buy in. So I jumped in, bought a few $100s worth here and there. And as you can see from the spreadsheet, it was creeping along between 1, 2, 3 up to 10,000. By the end of December 2018, I was up. It was sitting at 6,350, which was negative $24,136. Because of course, once I started buying in, the whole market crashed, and for the next 3 years, pretty much all went downhill. I should say that my earliest buy was a company called Dragon Chain. If you haven't heard of this company, I do recommend you do some research on it. It's still around, and I believe it's going to be a market leader in blockchain technology for enterprise companies. I have no affiliation with Dragon Chain, but from what I've seen the last 3 years and understand of the team, I'm all in and expect big things in the next few years. So if we look at how the portfolio has progressed over the past 3 years, you can see at the start of January 2018, I had $716 in my portfolio. That was my first ever screenshot, I think, of it. Looking at the graph and the table, you can see this steadily grew as I bought more over the next 12 months to have a portfolio value by January 2019 of $15,114 with a loss of $19,673. Forward to September 2019, and you can see that my losses were up to negative $41,687 with a portfolio value of $21,806. So not doing that great at that point, and that was definitely a low point of my portfolio for sure. What you can see though is I didn't capitulate at that time, and as a reminder, I should say only ever invest as much as you can afford to lose, and never invest money you're likely to need for future bills or other payments in the short term. If I had been forced to sell my portfolio at that time, I'd have made a 40 grand loss. Luckily, I stuck it out, and from then the portfolio basically just started to increase month on month. And by the beginning of January 2020, it increased to $162,230 at a profit of $104,141. This from an additional $40,000 investment over those preceding 12 months. What I was doing at that time was averaging down into my positions, and most importantly, looking at the project teams that I had confidence in and put my money into those, and looking long term at the expectation of a new bull market and to catch a ride on the way back up the other side. I should note that the last time that I put money in would have been January 2020, so I haven't invested any more money since that time, and the total invested is $75,258. When I say invested, I do use that term very loosely, as I myself don't actually see this as an investment. I see it as a very highly speculative offering. No real expectations of a return, more just hope based on research into the teams and the projects that were available at the time. Enter 2021, the bull market. Bitcoin has been going absolutely nuts. Tesla added $1.5 billion to their books this week of Bitcoin, and I fully expect other companies to follow suit. I believe we're at the start of this cycle, particularly for the altcoins, which have been following Bitcoin and going absolutely bonkers themselves. And to solidify this fact, my portfolio in January increased by $149,725 to a total of $311,955 till January the 31st. and so far to the 11th of February is up a further $558,338 for a total portfolio right now as of 3:45 p.m. today, 11th of February, of $870,293. That is absolutely unbelievable. Looking at the table, you can actually see yesterday it topped out at 952,000 briefly. I thought it was going to fly past 1 million, but fell just short and then retraced back down to 806,000 overnight, only to rise again today to 870. The fluctuations right now are absolutely crazy, but it's fun to watch for sure. Maybe not so much for the faint-hearted. I'm expecting to hit $1 million by this weekend, so let's see what happens. I'll be sure to do a quick video if and as of when that happens. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for future notifications, and may the bull run continue.